A violent knock on the door came. The cat scratched its head and circled in front of the house. A little girl with a flustered face, without saying a word, ran all the way with the cat's hand. The cat was taken. The Backbone Prostitution Hall, a little far away from the Green Youth Museum. The little girl took the cat into the prostitution hall through the back door. A group of tired women outside the door. I looked restless around somewhere. In the room, a man and woman lying in bed. Keep drooling. The cat patted on the cheek. Tie your hair casually. Rush to bed. The man has lost his breath. Women are also very weak. Then open the man's eyelids. Pass the pulse and stuff your fingers into his mouth. The cat pressed the heart of the man who had no breath. Squeeze the contents of your stomach. The man vomited saliva. The cat immediately pulled the mattress sheet over and wiped its mouth. Then blow into the man's mouth. A prostitute also learned from cats to show off women. The cat kept pressing its chest. The man finally regained his breath. The cat is exhausted. Rinse your mouth with the water given to her. Then I threw it out of the window. Lie on the window and rest. After everyone leaves, the cat began to observe the room. There are pipes on the messy bed. Tobacco leaves are scattered on the ground. There are still a few straws on the ground. There is a broken glassware nearby. 2 bottles fell to the ground. The unique smell filled the whole room. The little girl came in with charcoal and mujane. After the cat wrote a few words smoothly on the wooden slip. Give it to the little girl. Call her to invite Dad over. The little girl's expression was a little intriguing when she left. The cat then began to break the charcoal. Waited for a long time. Dad was brought here by the little girl. The cat feels that time has been spent a long time. While taking the finely crushed charcoal to show Dad, Dad picked up a few dried herbs to live charcoal powder. Give this couple a dress. Then the father and daughter began to talk about the details of the illness. Dad is like teaching children. The explanation is careful. When cats are thinking about this method, the father and daughter were invited to the tea room. Treat them with guests' refreshments, and take out a bag of silver as a thank. Dad just wanted to refuse. The cat reminded him that the family still owes labor insurance rent. Dad let the cat collect to cash. The cat thought of the couple. Is it martyrdom? It's not unusual in Fireworks Lane. A man without money redeeming met an unexpired woman. I will only think of this kind of thing, but all men wear good materials. It looks good. 2. It doesn't look like being trapped by love. Say hello to Dad. The cat walked to the man's room opposite the patio. I found a crack in the door. She saw a strange shape through the cracks in the door. A little girl raised her knife high. The cat rushed into the room. I immediately stole the knife in the little girl's hand. The little girl rushed to the cat to get the knife back. She had no choice but to reward her with an iron-headed work. The little girl knelt down and hugged her head with pain. After a while, he began to cry with tears and tears. When the cat is in trouble, other prostitutes who heard the riot entered the room. Prostitutes seem to understand the situation now. Cats don't have time to say anything. I was taken to another room. The woman stroked the crying little girl while talking to the cat. This guest was originally a person who often made trouble. He is the 3rd son of a rich businessman. He looks handsome. Every pair of prostitutes talk sweetly, imply to redeem the other party. When you are tired of playing, you will give up. This person has not attracted resentment once or twice. Once on the way, he was almost assassinated by a resentful woman. He was even poisoned. Because of my father's love, I spoil my concubine, the born son. Everything is flattened with silver. Make this more difficult. It is said that I have even been begging me recently. You have to take a guard when you go to the prostitution hall. Little girl's sister. It was also abandoned by the man. Unintentional love for the world and self-deficiency, so she can't forgive the man. The woman said to the cat, these unfortunate experiences, it's to attract her sympathy. As long as the cat doesn't say, the little girl doesn't have to be punished. The people of Wanguan, it presents a kind of, they are very grateful for the atmosphere of cats. Maybe it's also because, no matter how the rich businessman is, he is in the way. Fortunately, I didn't die in their store. On the contrary, this makes the little girl feel unreasonable. No wonder. The cat and Dad returned to the original shabby house. The cat took the purse from Dad. Just as expected, there are a few more silver money in it, probably including the ceiling fee. She always feels a little concerned. The man who even hates a trainee prostitute. As far as everyone said, it sounds like he seems to be a rather shrewd person. Will such a man be martyred because of the relationship between men and women? Cat's mind. Maybe it's not martyrdom. It's murder, but then deny it. A man has been poisoned. It is unlikely to eat the food brought by prostitutes easily. The cat tried to recall the clues at the scene. She wakes up her memories. I want to confirm whether you have missed any details. Men and women who fell to the ground. Tobacco leaves scattered on the floor. Glass wineware. The cat suddenly got up. Stand in front of the pump. She spooned water. Pour it back into the pump again. Dad watched the cat repeat this kind of action. Stand in front of the cat with your feet. Touch the cat's head and tell her, "It's over," with doubts in my heart. The cat came to Fengkai's prostitution shop again. I saw a prostitute sitting against the window. Hold the railing with your hand, looking up at the sky lazily. It seems that the prostitute woke up. She sang nursery rhymes. A maid saw, shout loudly, then pull her into the house, close the window, and the little girl who tried to kill the man, the lady who was obviously in love with her sister, was fainted. The behavior is not reasonable. She has no skills to bring men back to heaven. I deliberately went to a pharmacy instead of a doctor, and when she went to call Dad, it also took a lot of time. There are also prostitutes who are extremely sympathetic to the little girl, and the generous madam. Once doubt arises, everything looks suspicious. The cat slowly looked away from the closed window, moved to the sky, lazy grabbing the back of the neck, decided to go to the Green Youth Museum. She thought it would be better to borrow the bathroom. The 3-day homecoming holiday ends in a blink of an eye. Say goodbye to Dad. The cat returned to the Emerald Palace with its hometown specialties. What I saw was Ren Shi, who exuded a fierce atmosphere. I don't know why. He stared at the cat. Cats are afraid of trouble. I want to mess with him as little as possible. After bowing your head, I just want to go to my room. He snorted coldly and turned away. Ren is the only one in the room. He sat in the chair, with Erlong's legs, elbows on the table. Somehow, I always feel that his attitude is worse than usual. The two of them chatted with each other. Ren asked a cat and answered. With the cat's answer, Ren's expression is also changeable. As soon as the cat opens the door, I found concubine Yuye there, laughed and bent down. Gao Shun also looked exhausted. As for the matchmaker, not utter a word. He slapped the cat forward. The cat inexplicably touched the back of the head. After returning from Yuifei's palace, Ren still lay on the table motionless. I just cleaned up the table. A new pile of documents has been piled up. Looking at Ren's depressed appearance, Yu Xin couldn't stand Gao Shun for a lot of effort. I just asked the beginning and end of the matter from concubine Yuye, the so-called thank you for being a guarantee. In fact, it is recommended by Li Bai. Dream of becoming a popular prostitute. Thinking of that day, Ren Shi was busy dealing with her official business to meet her. As a result, they went back to their hometown with a strange man. This is a bolt from the blue. Ren finally began to print the documents piled up high. He quickly passed his eyes. As long as you think it can't be printed, just put it next to the table. Unconsciously, the sun is setting. Hai Shun Point fuel lamp. A eunuch hurried to report. It is said that a senior official died. This man is over 50 years old. The cause of death was excessive drinking. Listen to the conversation of several people. Cats are indifferent. This may be very cold, but cats don't feel sentimental. Be able to sympathize with people who know nothing about their appearance and name. Renshi turned his eyes behind Yufei. Several causes of death caused by cat alcohol. I've said it all. Ren told her. The dead man's name is Heiren. He is a heroic warrior who can drink the whole jar of wine. The character is also very good. There is a wine gourd in Gaoshan. Ren called him to pour the wine into the glass, then hand it to the cat. I heard wine. Cat's eyes are shining. Take a glass and a sip of wine. Sweet and salty. It's like adding salt to a sweet wine. Ren told the cat. This is Lord Heiren's preference. He is as sweet as his life. No matter how high-end bacon or rock salt you have prepared, I never touch it. I used to be salty, but one day it suddenly became sweet. Even the food is almost sweet. You will get diabetes. The cat honestly expressed its thoughts. The cat drank up the remaining wine in the glass. Take the gourd and pour it down again. Repeat this action several times. The cat drank the wine in the gourd until there was no one drop left. Ask for the details of the banquet again. For example, dishes, wine and food, etc. After you understand these, the cat asked Ren to investigate another thing. The next day, the cat was summoned by Ren again. As expected, everything that asked Ren to investigate is written on the book slip. The content is also as the cat expected. The cat looked at bringing it with Shu Jane. Fragments placed on the scarf. It is stained with white particles. Stretch out your finger and press. Put it on your lips and lick it. Ren's shock. The cat told him that the bottle was not poisonous. Then get close to the fire basin next to it. Take the wine jar fragments. The flame immediately changed color. The wine contains quite a lot of salt. After the pulp was dried, it left particles. There will be no problem adding a little salt. However, The wine jar Heron drinks contains a lot of salt. The human body must not be without salt, but overdose can poison the body. This man is called Heron. It is said to be a talented bureaucrat and straightforward. It can be seen from the simple reporting instrument. This man lives a clean life. Since the wife and children died of the epidemic many years ago, just devote yourself to official business. Wine and sweets are his only pleasure. The more serious they are, the more you suppress your heart. Depress the burden caused by the heart. Sooner or later it will become a disease. He is a serious person again. Many people hate serious people for no reason. Maybe it will tend to drink and do some pranks on the wine jar. However, I saw that the other party did not find a prank at all, and keep drinking. Maybe I just want to add it until he finds out. Cats themselves know very well. She doesn't want to be the direct reason why someone is punished. Such a clear clue has been given. It's no different from direct testimony.